Hey guys, today I'm doing part 3 of my Aurora tutorials. I haven't done any videos for a while because I was sick and then I just didn't feel like it for a while. So, today I'm gonna talk to you about some of the different screens you'll see in Aurora. So, here's like the main, uh, here's like the main menu screen. You can choose the different games. Like this is Steve's game. Like Steve's the designer, in case you didn't know. It's the game that comes with the game, and it's many years into the game, and it's pretty complicated. So don't touch that if you're a new player. So go to the game you just created. I called it tutorial game if you remember, and then go select. So now you'll get this screen. This is like the main screen in the whole game. If you close this screen off, every single other screen will close off too. So first thing you should do is either go to Empires and System Maps, or you can press F3. Make sure you have the window actually selected when you press F3. Okay, so now you'll get the system map. It will normally be zoomed out all the way, and as you zoom in, you'll begin to notice stuff like this asteroid belt and comets. Comets just go back and forth between the sun and the farthest point of their orbit, which is represented by the green line. And this will normally be off, but I have it turned on, and you can tell if you have it turned on, you'll be able to tell exactly how far the comets will go out. So as you zoom in, first of all, to control the map, you have to use the keypad all the way to the right of your keyboard. Use 8 to move up, I guess, 4 to move left, 6 to move right, 2 to move down, and the plus and minus keys to zoom in and out. Or you could just use this, so like zoom in, zoom out, move up, move left, move right. And as you zoom in, you'll begin to notice an asteroid belt. In real life, this is called the Kuiper belt. And then you'll also notice these white dots. These represent survey points, which I'll explain more later. And then you'll also notice stuff like Pluto. Pluto will be right there, and then Neptune, Uranus, Saturn. And then you'll notice this big glob of green and blue. You zoom in some more, and then it'll start to form into asteroids, more of them, Mars, Earth, Venus, Mercury, and the Sun. And if you zoom out a little bit and then go to click on Jupiter, you'll instantly center on it. And if you start zooming in, you'll begin to notice Jupiter's moons. So like there's Jupiter itself, then there's Callisto, Europa, Io, Ganymede, Phoebe, Hamalthian, Metis. A lot of moons that you barely even heard of. And as you notice, as you zoom in even more, Jupiter will start to get bigger. This represents its size compared to, say, its moons. And even zooming all the way in, this little tiny moon still stays the same size because it's so small. Now zoom back out, and then click on the sun again. Okay, so now that I've explained most of this area, look at this area. You'll notice that there is this menu. This part, you can select which system you're looking at. Right now we only know of one system, so, and that's the home solar system, so which is named Sol. And then there's display. This tells you to show which bodies. So for example, if you don't want to see planets, you can uncheck planets, and you'll no longer be able to see the actual planets. If you uncheck moons, if you zoom into say Earth, you won't be able to see the moon. But be aware that when you do uncheck these, you'll still be able to see the green circle that tells you its orbit. And if you don't want to see asteroids because they're so they're cluttering up everything, just unclick asteroids. And if you don't want to see these white circles, no, this just tells you not to see warp points, which I'll explain later, but they have something to do with these white circles. And warp points are also called jump points. And now you can choose the orbital path. Like if you're in a binary system, one star will be orbiting around the other, and you can deselect that to not show the orbit of the binary, or the second star. And you can choose to not show the orbital paths of the planets. And that together will completely erase all existence of the planets. Well, not erase all existence of the planets. It'll stop showing you where the planets are and where they go and stuff. And then there's you can make it so that it doesn't show the orbital paths of moons. So like you zoom in, you can still see the moon, but you can't see its orbital path. And now if you click them both, you won't be able to see either the moon or its orbital path. And if you select them both, you can see both the moon and its orbital path. And then there's orbital paths for asteroids. This is only really that useful when you have orbital movement for asteroids checked. And when you have a lot of asteroids, it really clutters up everything. Like, look at that. That's just ugly. And then you can also hide the names for stars. Doesn't seem to be working. Whatever. And you can also hide the names for planets, for moons. So like you can zoom in and you can see that it hides the name. And then you can also hide the names for asteroids, so if you want to see where the asteroids are without all the clutter of their names, you can turn that off. And then you can also change whether you see objects, like for example your ships and enemy ships, where the ships have moved from and what direction they've moved from, which is the move tail. Colonies, so you can hide whether you see your colonies or not. And you can also show or hide the path of comets.